What settings do you use in Counter-Strike?
I'm using the 1024 resolution, 1.5 sensitivity, 1.2 zoom sensitivity. I use it defaultly from 1.6 because the default was 1.2 in 1.6, and some weird binds. I don't think I have anything weird. I use okay. I have actually. I'm walking on Alt, left Alt, and I have crouching on Control and left Shift as well because I use it different way when I'm jumping on. When you have to do the crowd jump on some of the boxes or something, then I'm using the left shift, and when I'm just jumping, I just need to crouch. I use control. That's a habit. It's weird, but that's how I have it, and I don't have anything else. That's all I have, different from other players, I guess.
I use 1920 in resolution. I have 2 in sense and 400 DPI. And then on video settings, I have almost everything on low. I don't really do anything special with my stuff. But I think the most important thing is don't try to think about what other players are using. Just use something that you think is right for you. I think there are so many different settings for every pro there is, but you should just stick with the same settings instead of changing so much. And also, back in the days, I used to play 124 black bars, 1.7 cents.
Right now I'm using 1.3 sensitivity in 800 DPI, but I vary a lot. I use between in 400 DPI I use between 2.3 and 3.4. That's where I go. Sometimes I use less, sometimes it's more. It's just personal, really personal. It changes a lot. And about resolution, I use 4x3 stretched and the common one 1280 by 960. And that's basically it for the video settings. Everything on low, except for the shadows, I use on high. Something very important that everybody should do, that's binding their nades. And the sooner you do, the easier to get adapted it's gonna be. So basically, you bind your flashbang, your HE grenade, your smoke. The most important ones are smoke and flashbangs. You should bind them. I use F and C. One bind that's very different from other pro players. That's a fast switch. So basically, I put that on key, and when you press key, the weapon's gonna change for the last one you used, and I'm gonna keep there. For me, when I press key, it goes to the knife and back to the main gun very fast. So it's basically for AWPs. So whenever I shoot with the AWP and I want to fast switch, I don't have to press the knife and go back to the AWP. Like I have to press 3 buttons this way. With the binder, I just press key once and it goes straight to the knife and straight back to the AWP, the fastest it can be.
Well, while I was still playing Pro, I was using 1280, 960 with black bars, but now that I'm a filthy casual, I'm just playing on native because the game looks pretty that way. Sensitivity 1.55, 400 DPI, nothing out of the ordinary in terms of any funny controls. I have binds on the numpad for, basic buys like buying grenades, armor and so on. I think it's way easier. I'm surprised like how people can play without those binds.
I'm using a native resolution that's 1920 by 1080 for a long time, I would say. I just use because I don't like have the thing of 4x3 that I lose a lot of my screen. I like to have like a bigger FOV. I think that's the only difference. Because 4x3 kind of looks like faster, but it's just a feeling, It makes like the game run differently. And my DPI now is 1600, just because I like to have a faster mice on the desktop. And then my sensitivity is pretty much like 0.4775. I just use my old sensitivity when I use it 400 DPI and divided twice. So I just came up with the number.